I'm Cindy, the teen librarian at the Romeoville branch, and I just want to let you guys know that we have missed you so much at the library. It's been a hard year and a little bit more for everyone, but we're excited to get summer reading on the way. So I wanted to tell you about our summer reading program. So the first thing is, what are the dates? Well, our summer reading program goes from June 7th to July 31st, and our theme is Reading Colors Your World. And we're really excited to bring this program to you. And one great thing is we're going to be bringing back our paper log. So this year we're going to have a rainbow log. So for every hour you will read, you will just color in one shade of the rainbow. And it will be 6 hours total. So you have between June 7th to July 31st to be able to read 6 hours and get all the things you need for summer reading done. We're so excited to see you here. Please come back to the library. We miss you.
Hi, I'm Miss Faith. I'm the teen librarian at the Crestone Book Library of the White Oak Library District, and I'm here to talk to you about a new fun thing we're doing for summer reading this year. So this year we're implementing a new little thing called badges. Now badges are just like this. They're little pins, and you get to earn them, and you get to collect them all. So this year our theme is Reading Colors Your World. So each badge will be a different color that you get to collect and do, and it's super easy to do. You get your first badge by simply signing up for summer reading. That's all you have to do. And then you can also earn a badge for volunteering, you can earn a badge for attending a program, and you can earn a badge for doing a craft. And of course, we're a summer reading challenge, so you read, you earn badges. You get a badge if you read 2 hours, you get a badge if you read 4 hours, and you get a badge if you read 6 hours. And also, if you read 18 hours, that's completing 3 different logs, you can earn our super special and my favorite rainbow badge. So you collect them all. Each one will have a little animal character, be connected with color and a different theme. And the designs are super secret right now and they're in the works, but they're super cute, super fun, and you'll want to collect them all. So sign up for summer reading this year and collect all the badges, or just pick the ones you want. Collect your favorite color, doesn't matter, we're just happy to hand them out. So again, sign up for summer reading and enjoy our new badge system.
Let's talk about Summer Reading Challenge prizes. So, if you love the rainbow, if you love colorful things, this is really your summer for Summer Reading Challenge. So the prizes that you can get start out with prize books. I have some of ours here for Lockport. Let me tell you, we have a lot of prize books saved up so you can find lots of different things. When you bring in your first log for Summer Reading Challenge of 6 hours of reading, then you'll get to grab one of these excellent prize books for your very own to keep forever. And the grand prize for Summer Reading Challenge will be, when you log 2 hours of reading, you bring us your log and you will get raffle tickets that you can enter to win a few different things. So one of them is a prize basket full of colorful goodies and signed books for you to keep forever and enjoy. And the other thing you can win is a $50 gift card of your choice. So there are going to be 2 gift cards at each of the 3 library branches. That's plenty of chances for you to win, so you should totally bring in your logs and grab some raffle tickets, enter them in the raffles, and see what you win.
Oh, great book. I gotta write it down. Oop! Sorry about that. I was just on BookTok. You know BookTok, the book side of TikTok, where you get all the best recommendations for new books, upcoming books, and books that have already come out. If you haven't heard of it, I would check it out. All you have to do is search books and you can find a bunch of them. I know I follow way too many people. But you know what? While you're here, why don't I give you some of my favorite BookTok recommendations? So I'll give you a list of perfect books that BookTok made me read. Now the books I'm going to do are perfect for grades 9 to 10. You don't have to be 9th, 10th grade to like these books. If your reading age is a little bit older, you might like them as well. And I'm an adult woman, and I enjoy these books, so if you're older, you'll definitely love these books. But again, they're just a good range for if you're a freshman or a sophomore. So why don't we get started? Here are some of the books that BookTok made me read. Okay, so for our first book, I remember one of the things I had to read in 9th and 10th grade was Romeo and Juliet by William Shakespeare. It was a classic, and I hated it. Star-crossed lovers who kill themselves and have a family that has a grudge they don't remember. I remember every lifelong grudge I've ever had. So that just didn't sit well for me. I do like romance, but just the killing themselves. It's just like, never kill yourself for a person. They died, that means they didn't love you enough. It wasn't true love. Anyway, so I have a better book. If you like Romeo and Juliet, or you don't like Romeo and Juliet, it fixes all the flaws in Romeo and Juliet. So this is These Violent Lights by Chloe Gong. It's set in 1920s Shanghai. And our Romeo and Juliet characters are Julieta and Ronan. And they're both from different gangs. Ronan's from a Russian gang, Julieta's a Shanghai-based gang. And in the past, they were connected, they were friends, and maybe something more. But then an event happened that separated them apart, and now they despise each other. Or do they? Anyways, something's going on in Shanghai, and it's affecting the city. And Ronan and Julieta have to work together to save the city. So our star-crossed lovers are prone to act together. It's mystery, action, everything. It's Romeo and Juliet. So if you like Romeo and Juliet, again, if you don't like Romeo and Juliet like me, this fixes everything. It's such a good read. Read it. It's great. Another book I remember having to read in 9th and 10th grade was The Handmaidens Tale. It's a dark story about a super oppressive patriarchy and the rules they enforced on women. Not a huge fan. But you know what I am a huge fan of? The Gilded Ones by Naomi Forna. Just look at this cover. Anyone who ever told you don't judge a book by its cover didn't see a book cover as pretty as this. But book cover is just as great as the story is. So our story stars our heroine, right here. Her name is Decca, and she lives in a village where girls are expected to cover up their faces, can't be seen to boys, they can't touch boys, they have to be pure and sweet and all these things. And Decca always feels like she's an outsider and she's not really good at all those things that girls are supposed to be. But she's determined, like, hey, when I turn 16, I'm going to enter the ceremony, I'm finally going to be accepted. So what's the ceremony, Max? Well, all the girls when they're 16, they have to show they're pure by bleeding. It's super gross. But anyways, when Decca goes to do it, her blood, instead of being red, it's gold. And apparently that means you're impure. And once Decca sees it, she's convinced, I'm a demon, I'm a monster, yep, they should kill me, and she's killed. You think the story ends there? It doesn't, because she comes back to life. In fact, the priest tries to kill her 9 times and doesn't succeed. She keeps coming back to life. Decca is just like, I'm gonna be this monster my entire life. When a strange woman approaches her, it's like, hey, you wanna keep dying, or do you want to join an army and fight monsters by using your abilities? That's right, not only is Decca mostly immortal, she has super cool, superhuman powers. And she finds out she's something called an Akali. Akalis are demons. They're all female, they're all monsters, but there's a regiment of the Emperor's army who's been gathering the Akali to form an army to defeat these other monsters. Because who better to fight monsters than monsters? And Decca goes because after so many years of service, you become pure again. But as Decca starts meeting these other girls, forming this bond of sisterhood between them, she realizes, like, hey, maybe it's not me and my super cool human powers that make me a demon. Maybe it's society's standards for us. Maybe we should do something about it. It's super cool. It's a super fun story. It ends on a way more positive note than Handmaidens Tales. If you like Handmaidens Tales, that's fine. I just like this one better. It's girl power all the way. Just a warning, this does not depict a rape scene, but it is mentioned. So if you're sensitive at all to rape or any instance that, Gilded Ones is not for you. And that's fine. I just want to put that out there. Other than that, it's a super great book. It's all about girl power. Decca is great. There's a little romance, there's a little bit of everything for everybody. So if you're into girl power, Gilded Ones, it's for you. So the Gilded Ones sounds great, but it might not be the perfect book for you. You might be more, let's see, another book I read in 9th and 10th grade, Frankenstein. Who doesn't love a good monster? And a great monster book is What Big Teeth by Rose Zabo. Again, another cover. Like, this is just like, what's going on? What's in the story? I want to read it. I mean, that's why I've read it. Besides BookTok. But, so the story is Eleanor. She was sent when she was 8 years old away to a boarding school from her family. And she did something, ran away, ran back to her family. But Miss Faith, what does this have to do with monsters? Well, Eleanor's family is made of monsters. Every single person is a different monster. And it turns out Eleanor, she might be the scariest monster of all. So this is a great book. It talks about like what makes a monster and what's normal. Especially if your family is a family of monsters. So if that at all intrigues you, if that interests you at all, pick up What Big Teeth and figure out what kind of monster Eleanor is. Okay, Frankenstein might not be your jam. Let's go back to the classics with my favorite. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. I have read every single retelling, seen every single movie of Pride and Prejudice. And this is one of my favorites. It's A Taste for Love by Jennifer Yin. Again, a cute cover. And what this story is about is our Liza, our main character. She has so many problems with her mom. Her mom's very traditional, wants her to date a nice Asian boy, especially one that she picked out. But Liza's not about that. She dates who she wants when she wants. But the one thing that her mom and her can agree on is baking. They both share a love for it, especially with the family bakery. And this year, Liza has decided to help out with the family's baking competition. Only her mom decides to turn the baking competition into a dating competition as well. She makes it all eligible Asian American boys that the mom approves of. Liza is horrified. But then she starts connecting with one of the boys. And I know it doesn't sound like Pride and Prejudice, but like all the elements are there. It's a great story. I especially love the male lead, so if you like romance, if you like Pride and Prejudice, it's a great modern day twist. It has Asian characters, super great. A Taste for Love by Jennifer Yin. Probably one of my favorite Pride and Prejudice retellings. So again, check it out. And again, it's probably because I love baking. So it's a baking twist on a Pride and Prejudice story. So check out A Taste for Love by Jennifer Yin. Okay, maybe Pride and Prejudice isn't for you. Maybe you're a super good fan of The Great Gatsby. You like the glamorous life, the money, the fame, and a little bit of mystery. Well then, I have a perfect book for you. The Cousins by Karen McManus. She's written a bunch of great books. Some of my favorites are One of Us is Lying and Two Can Keep a Secret. Super great mysteries. So if you love mysteries, check out. But on to this one. So this one features the Story family. Super awesome last name. Great name for a librarian. Should I change my name to Story? Never mind. Let's get back to the story. See what I did there? Anyways, the Story family is a super rich family that had 4 siblings. And they're all off to college and stuff when they all receive a note from their mother saying, you know what you did. And she cuts them off from their vast fortune. Now, 24 years later, 3 of the 4 Story siblings have children. They're teenagers now. And they just received a letter from their grandmother they never met. So the grandmother, the matriarch of the Story brand, is reaching out to the grandchildren, and their parents force them to go to the grandmother's resort to work, to try and connect with her, to get in her good graces, and try and get that money. But as they each go, each cousin goes, we have 3 cousins, and they each have a secret of their own that they're keeping. And they're discovering that, hey, the Story family has a lot of skeletons, and some of those skeletons want to stay hidden. It's a great mystery. It's a great read. I love the connection between the 3 cousins. We've got Jonah, Millie, and Aubrey. Such great characters. I especially like Jonah's secret. Twist I didn't see coming. So you love mysteries, you love wealthy families and the secrets they keep. Perfect book for you. Okay, thanks for sticking with me this long. This is my last book talk recommendation, and it's the best one. Always save the best for last. So one thing that I really got into in 9th grade especially was Greek mythology. We had a whole section about it. I loved it. I aced it. Fell in love with it. The reason I read Percy Jackson was because of that. So do I have a Percy Jackson read-alike or Greek mythology read-alike for you? First off, let's admire the cover. The cover made me want to read it. It's beautiful. It's stunning. But let's get into the story. So this is Lore by Alexandria Bracken. She also wrote The Darkest Mind, so if you like that series, you'll love this one. This one's steeped in Greek mythology. So in this world, 9 Greek gods went against Zeus, and as punishment, he made them mortal for every 7 years for 7 days. And you think, that's not such a bad punishment? Well, he also made sure that the bloodlines of ancient heroes like Perseus, Theseus, all those guys would hunt down the gods. Why would you hunt down a god? Because when you kill the god during those 7 days, you become the new god. That's right, you get all their powers, all their abilities, and you get their immortality. And our main character, Lore, she was part of one of those bloodlines that hunted down the gods. But her family was wiped out because patriarchy again. Another girl power book. Super awesome, right? So Lore's family was wiped out. She lost her 2 little sisters. She lost her mom and her dad, and she stepped away from life. She decided, no, I'm not gonna deal with this anymore. I'm just gonna take out my pain by punching people in the face. So if you characterize with that, Lore's perfect for you. But she's living her life when the goddess Athena shows up on her doorstep begging for help. And when a goddess comes knocking, you can't exactly ignore it. Well, Lore tries. But then Athena offers her the one thing she wants most: revenge. See, Lore hasn't gone after the person who's killed her parents because he's one of the new gods. And if she kills him, she becomes a god herself. And Lore doesn't want that. She wants to live her normal mortal life and not worry about the godly responsibilities. Especially not worry about 7 years being hunted down again and again. That doesn't sound like fun. But Athena offers to kill the person who killed her parents in return for Lore's help of surviving. Because Athena is one of the last original gods. And she might be the last original god if Lore doesn't help her. But keeping a goddess alive for 7 days is tougher than it sounds. Especially when you're dealing with godly powers. So if you love Greek mythology, you love Percy Jackson, try Lore. It's so good. It's so pretty. It's definitely the best one of this pile. They're all great, but this one has a special place in my heart. Thanks for sticking with me and all my book talk rants. I know book talks are supposed to be a minute each, but I have a lot to say. That's why I'm not on TikTok. But again, thank you for watching. Make sure you check out Miss Cindy's from Royalville and Mr. Linden's from Lockport. They're doing book talk recommendations as well. So let me know what books Book Talk recommends you, what books you would recommend. And I hope your life is full of reading. So thanks for watching. Have a wonderful day.